So before we get started, I want to ask a question of you guys, and I want you, it's a rhetorical question, so it's for you to think about, not to necessarily answer out loud. Ask yourself if you have ever gathered information and never used it. You ever gathered information and never used it? And while we're doing that, you got your pen and your paper? Well, let's get started. I used to be a terrible, terrified public speaker. Now I'm a professional speaker and I speak in public around the globe. For those of you who don't know me, my name's Danielle Drew, and I teach people how to become compelling public speakers. And here is what changed everything for me. Understanding the difference between information and implementation. The thing is, information makes us feel inspired, like we've got a handle on this thing. But implementation is when we actually act on the information that we've so lovingly gathered together. Most people, including myself, love to collect information. It makes us feel like we're making progress. The problem is very few people actually use the information that they have collected. Public speaking confidence doesn't come from just knowing more about the topic. It only comes from actually doing it. So over the next month, we're going to move from the consummation or the consuming part, and we're going to move into the doing part, because March is about to become your powerhouse month. And today I'm going to show you how. I'm launching my Vocal Power 30-day March Madness Power Up Challenge. And this is for you if you are a business owner, a coach, a leader, an author, or a professional who wants to speak more clearly and more confidently. Especially if you feel stuck explaining what you do to people, or if you ramble or overthink when you're talking, or if you want to build confidence in speaking in public, or even if you just want to upgrade your speaking skills from kind of okay to the next level. The thing is, many people don't avoid speaking opportunities because they're scared of speaking. They actually avoid speaking because they're unclear. And what I mean by that is they think to themselves, yeah, I know what I do, but God, I can't explain it clearly. It just gets lost between my head and my mouth. You know, my ideas are great, but they're so messy when they come out of my mouth. I really want to speak, but I just don't feel ready right now. You know what? That not ready feeling, it's often not fear, which is what we always label it. It's actually a lack of structure. Most leaders are carrying these great ideas in their heads, but they don't have an organized message. So when someone asks them, hey, what do you do? They either hesitate and get tongue twisted, or worse, they over explain what they do. But either way, this completely dilutes their message and their impact. And this March Madness Challenge completely fixes that. By day 30, you won't just feel more confident. You will have something tangible to take away. You'll have a clear 3 to 5 minute talk with one strong, structured story, and above all, a simple, repeatable framework. So when it comes to April, you're going to be arriving in April scrambling for something to say. You're going to slide in real smooth like with clarity and know exactly what it is that you want to say. So here is how it works. For 30 days, you are going to answer one short prompt per day inside the Vocal Power community. So if you're not already in the community, make sure you jump in and join. Now this is text only. You might put between 3 to 8 sentences down, and it will take you the grand total of somewhere between 3 and 5 minutes to do each day. There's no video, no audio recording, no going live. And I know a lot of speaking programs get you to do that straight away. In my experience, if you don't have that good foundation of preparation, that creates all kinds of stress and tension. So we're going to get that really strong foundation set up for you in March. These will be structured exercises to help you to prepare your talk properly, and there's going to be lots of feedback opportunities along the way for you. So we're going to do this together as a team. Now, even if you already have a great talk, this is a really powerful way for you to kind of upgrade that to the next level. So you might be thinking to yourself, okay, well, why does this work? The best way I can explain it is it's like building a brick wall. When you take one brick on its own, it kind of feels fairly insignificant and small. But if you laid 5 bricks out in a little row, that shows intention. And 10 bricks on the first 5, then the next 5, then the next 5, that looks like progress. 20 bricks in, you're starting to form a wall. By the time you've got 30 bricks, you've got a pretty solid structure in place, right? And that's when you start to have the impact. Because once that wall is rising, you're no longer just laying bricks, you're building. And that's what we're going to do. In public speaking, taking action for 30 days builds momentum. And momentum creates this really powerful thing called identity. What I mean by that is you stop being that person who's trying to figure out what they're going to say, and you become somebody who knows what they're going to say. Now, the rules are really simple. Post once per day, text only. If you miss a day, that's okay, jump back in. Because consistency beats perfection every time. Now, if you're thinking, well, I'm really busy, I don't have time to do this, it's 5 minutes to 10 minutes per day. You probably spend that time scrolling on social media, right? Just take some of that time and put it into developing your speaking skills. And if you're still not sure, I want you to think about this. What's being a really compelling speaker worth to you? What's it worth? If you're not sure, asking yourself, what's it costing me not to be able to speak confidently is a good way to get to the answer. Now, if you're thinking, I'm not very good at writing, that's perfect, because this is not about writing beautifully. It's more about thinking clearly. And clear thinking is what leads to confident speaking. People don't come into this challenge because they love writing. They join because they're tired of rambling. They're tired of second guessing. They're tired of sounding smaller than they are. And they want to articulate what they do like a leader. And this gives you a really proven, safe way to build those skills. There's no camera to worry about, no stage, no tech stress, just preparation. I've done speaking programs where in the space of 3 days I was expected to prepare and present a talk, and the preparation phase took so much energy, and in the back of my mind I'm stressing so much about having to stand up and deliver it that I know that for me that doesn't work. So what I did was design this challenge to get the preparation part out of the way, so then you can start to practice and present with much more confidence. So the biggest win is not the talk itself. The biggest win, guys, is proving to yourself that you're going to do what you say you're going to do. So for 30 days, it's not about perfection, it's about consistency. It's about implementation, not just information, because that's how confidence is built. So March is all about building momentum in your speaking skills. So if you are ready to commit a few minutes each day to become a much more confident, compelling speaker, pop a yes in the chat or the comments, and I will give you access to this once a year March Madness Challenge.